Hello everyone, welcome to Karthikeya's Academy. Let's see the news under PIB. The first topic we are going to discuss today is regarding the projects in Somnath. Okay, the context is Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi will inaugurate and lay the foundation stone of multiple projects. It's not a single project, they are going to do many projects in Somnath. Where is this Somnath? It is in Gujarat. Okay, so tomorrow they are going to inaugurate this through video conference. Now the projects to be inaugurated, what are the projects? They are Somnath Promenade, Somnath Exhibition Center and reconstructed temple present of old Zuna Somnath. Okay. He is even going to lay the foundation stone of Sri Parvati temple during the event. So in this class, we will learn where is the Somnath temple and what is the history behind that. Which kind of temple? We all know that the Indian temples are of different styles. We will see which style of temple it is. Okay. Now, if you see here, Somnath Promenade has been developed under Prasad. So, what is the full form of this Prasad scheme? Pilgrimage, rejuvenation, and spiritual heritage augmentation drive. Whatever, like the important temples or constructions which are there, which has importance in our history, we will be rejuvenating them. We will try to conserve them. Okay, under this scheme. So, this will be now rejuvenated under the scheme of Prasad and the total cost is 47 crore. Here the cost is not that important. Okay. Now the exhibition center is developed in the premises of Tourist Facilitation Center. It will be displaying the exhibits from dismantled parts of old Somnath temple. So here you can remember this point. This temple has been dismantled. Okay. Why and how it happened we'll see in the background. Now, if you see here, the key term is it's sculptures having Nagara style temple architecture of old Somnath. So, here the style of the temple is Nagara. Okay, so how many types of temples are there? Means what is the styles in the temple in the Indian temples? Okay, if you see here, there are three main styles. There are three main style of temple architecture. It means the way how they are constructed. If you see the architecture, it will be differing in the way they designed or constructed. So if you see the main three styles are Nagara or the northern style, the Dravida or the southern style, the Vesara or the mixed style. This Nagara style you will be mostly finding in the northern part of India. Dravida style you will be finding mostly in the southern part of India. Vesara is the mixed of both these styles. You have to remember this under art. Okay. Now, are these the only styles available? No, there are few other styles, but they are not that much major. So, if you see, there is a style in Bengal. There is a different type of construction in Kerala. In Himalayan areas, again, you will be finding a different style of temple. So, these are the regional styles. This is basically the three main types of styles which we find, and these are the regional styles in the temple structures. Okay. Now, if you see the background, as I have told you, it has been dismantled several times. So we will see here the background of the temple. The Somnath temple, the other name of this temple is Diopatan. It is located in Veraval in the Saurashtra. Where it is? It is in Gujarat. In the Gujarat, we can find the Somnath temple and it is believed to be the first among the 12 Jyotirlinga shrines of Shiva. Okay, so this is an important tourist place in Gujarat and it has been reconstructed several times because as I told you, many times it was destroyed due to the Muslim invaders and the rulers. Whenever the Muslim invaders were there, they used to destroy the Hindu temples. Okay, so in that way, in that process, even this temple has been dismantled many times. And the present temple, the present mandir which we are seeing in Somnath now, it was reconstructed in the Chalukyan style. Okay, in the Chalukyan style, it was reconstructed and it was completed in the year of 1951. Okay, now as I have told you, this is the new one, modern temple. This is not the old one. The actual one was destroyed. Well, it was destructed due to the Muslim invaders. Again, we have constructed the new one. The modern temple was reconstructed with the resolve of Sardar Patel. Okay. When he visited the ruins of the Somnath Temple in the year of 1947, November 13th, he visited the temple. Then he resolved to reconstruct it. Okay. So, then President of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, did the Prana Pratishtha of the existing temple, the one which we are having now, the modern temple. The Prana Pratishtha of that temple was done by then President of India in the year of 1951, May 11th. Okay. Now we are seeing about the project. Okay. Now I have told you that here in the Somnath they are going to reconstruct it. So they are going to reconstruct the temple present of old Zuna Somnath, and it will be complete, it has been completed by the Sri Somnath Trust. Okay, here we don't have to remember about the budget. Now if you see here, the temple is even known as, it is also referred as Ahilyabai Temple. Okay, it is also known as Ahilyabai Temple. Why it is known as Ahilyabai Temple? Since it is built by the Queen Ahilyabai. Okay, it was built by the Queen Ahilyabai of Indore. So it is also known as Ahilyabai Temple. When she found that the old temple was in ruins. Okay, when the old temple was completely destroyed, then she built this temple, and the entire old temple complex has been redeveloped for the safety of the pilgrims and with augmented capacity. Now, if we see the next topic, Memorandum of Understanding between India and Bangladesh. This is regarding the disaster management. This is regarding the disaster management. Okay. Now, if you see the context, the Union Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister, was apprised of the Memorandum of Understanding signed between the National Disaster Management Authority of India, okay, Ministry of Home Affairs, the Republic of India, and the Ministry of Disaster Management Relief, People Republics of Bangladesh. So, between India and Bangladesh, it was signed regarding the disaster management to have cooperation in the field of disaster management, resilience, and mitigation. Okay. Now, if you see here, what does this MOU seek? We have seen the MOU was regarding the disaster management, but what it seeks that both India and Bangladesh will be benefited from this. Okay, see, India will be having some mechanism or techniques to deal with the disaster management. Bangladesh will be having particular strategy to deal with that. So here both they will be combining and sharing the knowledge so that both will be benefited out of this. Here it will help them in strengthening the areas of preparedness. By sharing the knowledge or the strategy, they will be strengthening their areas of preparedness, response when the disaster happens, capacity building in the field of disaster management. So what are the salient features? We have to see the features of this MOU. If you see, the first point is they have to extend mutual support. They have to extend mutual support on the request of either of the parties. If India is in need, then Bangladesh has to send its support. If the Bangladesh is in need, then India has to send the support. Okay. So when there will be any large scale disaster, okay, occurring due to it may be in India, it may be in Bangladesh, irrespective of the territories, both have to show they have to work. If even if the disaster happens in India or in Bangladesh, both have to work collectively. They for like in showing the response, reconstruction, recovery in anything, they have to work together. Okay. The second one is relevant information exchange of relevant information like remote sensing data or scientific data. They have to share the experiences, practices regarding this disaster response or recovery. First thing is they have to support each other. Second one is they have to exchange the relevant information. Third one is extend cooperation in the field of IT. Extend cooperation in the field of advanced IT like early warning systems, remote sensing, navigation services. In such thing, if one country is good at that, it has to share it with the other country. The third one is support training of officials. If same way, if some in the recovery or in the response or in the reconstruction in any of the field, if India is good, then it has to train the officials of Bangladesh. In any of the field, if Bangladesh is good, then it has to train the officials of India. So here, support training of officials in the field of disaster management. The next feature is they have to conduct joint disaster management exercises bilaterally between both the countries. They have to conduct joint disaster management exercises between the countries, between both Bangladesh and India. Next, share their standards. They have to share the standards, latest technologies, whatever they have, or the tools they have to share. They have to share the standards, latest technology, or tools of creating disaster resilient communities. Next, they have to exchange the publications and materials. They have to exchange the publications and materials such as textbooks or guidelines regarding that. If they are conducting any joint research activities in that field regarding the risk reduction or for the recovery, all such publications and the materials they have to share between them. India and Bangladesh has to share. This is all regarding the MOU which is signed between India and Bangladesh regarding the disaster management. Now, the next topic is National Mission on Edible Oils. We know that we mostly import these oils. So, here they want to reduce the dependence of the import, like reduce the dependence on the foreign countries for this edible oil and to encourage the production of that oil in our country. For that reason, we have started this national mission on edible oils regarding the oil palm. Okay. Here, the Union Cabinet, chaired by the Prime Minister, had given its approval to launch a new mission on oil palm. This is known as National Mission on Edible Oils Oil Palm. You have to remember the whole name and remember that it is a centrally sponsored scheme and it focuses mostly on northeastern region and the Andaman Nicobar region. Why here they are mentioning these two particularly here? If you consider with the rest of India and northeast and Andaman, here they are getting some benefits more like when they are giving allocating some amount here, more amount will be allocated for the northeast region and Andaman, because here they specially focusing on these regions to increase the production of the oil palm in this regions. Okay. Due to heavy dependence of imports on edible oils, it is important to make efforts for increasing the domestic production. As I have told you, we are heavily dependent on the edible oils from the other countries. So here they are planning to increase the domestic. This is not the first step. Just now they are taking. It has been this step was taken many decades back. There is a lot of increase, but still they want to increase it more so that we will be producing domestic and not much depend on the other countries. Okay. Now, if you see here, under this scheme, they have proposed additional area of 6.5 lakh hectare for oil palm till the year of 2025 to 2026 to reach the target of 10 lakh. Okay. And 10 lakh hectares from 6.5 to they are going to increase it to 10 lakh. And the production of the crude palm oil, here whenever you will see the word CPO, remember this is crude palm oil. It is expected to go up to 11.20 lakh tons by 2025 to 26 and up to 28 lakh tons by 2029 to 30. Here you don't have to remember the numbers, but you should know how they are planning to increase the production of this. Okay. Now, if you see here the scheme, who are the one will be benefited out of this scheme? This scheme will be benefiting the oil farmers. It will be benefiting the oil farmers, oil palm farmers, and it will help in increasing the capital investments. These are the benefits of this scheme. It will be increasing the capital investment and it will create employment. It will be helping in employment generation, and it shall even reduce the import dependence. The main thing for which we are working out now is to reduce the dependence on the imports, and it will increase the income of the farmers. It will increase the income of the farmers. So The first people who are going to be benefited out of this is the palm oil farmers. Here, the capital investment will increase, employment generation will be more, reduction in the import dependence, and increase in the income of the farmers. These are the benefits out of this scheme. Okay, now if you see, at present we are like how much amount we are importing. Nearly 98% of the crude palm oil is being imported. So it is proposed to launch the scheme to increase the area of production in our own country. It means we want to increase the domestic production. Okay. This scheme, the scheme which we are talking now, it will subsume. It means it will observe the current National Security Mission Oil Palm program. So this will be included into this now. Okay, so what are the major areas of focus where they are going to focus? There are two major focus areas. Two major focus areas. The first thing, as we have discussed, if there is, see, we don't have much, 98% we are importing. It means that the local production or the domestic production is very less. So we will be depending mostly on the prices which are decided outside our country. But now they are saying that our country itself will decide the price of the oil in a country which is domestically produced. It will be decided in our country. How they are going to decide it? They will be taking the annual average CPO price for the last 5 years. How it has been in the last 5 years, they will be taking that and they will be considering that as the price for our country. Okay. Now, if you see here, the prices, whatever prices, this oil, these farmers will be producing fresh fruit bunches. Okay. They will be producing fresh fruit bunches. From this, the oil will be extracted by the industry. Okay. Now, these prices are linked to the CPO. As I have told you, international prices, what are there? This will be linked to the international prices. Okay. If there is any fluctuation in the international prices, our farmers will be affected. So, for the first time, our government of India, it has given the price assurance that this will be the particular price, this won't go below that. Okay, this is known as viability price. This is to give assurance to the farmers regarding the price of the oil. This will protect the farmers from the fluctuations of the international price. If there is any fluctuation in the international price, it is not going to affect much our farmers because our government of India is providing them with the viability price. Okay, so that it will protect the farmers from the volatility. Though there may be any fluctuations in the international market, it is not going to affect the domestic farmers. Okay, so how they are going to calculate? As I have told you, they will be taking the average CPO of last 5 years. Okay, now there is formula which you don't have to remember all that. Now, what is the second focus area? What is the second focus area? It is sustainable increase in the assistance of inputs. Okay, when we may need inputs in different forms, like planting material, you need for that. For oil palm, you will be needing the planting material. You may need some money for the maintenance. You may need the money for intercropping interventions. For all this purpose inputs, assistance will be provided by the government. So in which way they are going to provide this? The assistance for this has been increased from 12,000 rupees per hectare to 29,000 rupees per hectare. It has been increased, substantially increased. And if you see here, special assistance of 2 rupees per plant is given to replant old gardens. If there are any old gardens of this, they are going to give 250 rupees per plant to rejuvenate the old gardens. Okay, to address this, if everyone is going to plant this, all the farmers are encouraged, definitely there will be shortage in the planting material. So to address the issue of shortage of planting material, if there is any shortage in the planting material in the country, then seed gardens will be provided with assistance. Okay, to meet the need, seed gardens will be provided assistance. If you see here, it is 80 lakh rupees per annum for 15 hectares of area. Okay, This is for rest of the India, but whereas in the case of Northeast and Andaman, they are providing with rupees 100 lakh for 15 hectare area. Why there is special? Why they are specially giving extra 20 lakh for this Northeastern and Andaman and Nicobar? Because earlier in the previous slides we have discussed that this scheme is having special focus on these areas. Special focus will be given on Northeast and Andaman. Remember the names, Northeast and Andaman are being given special focus. Okay. The next topic is रीतियों से कलाकृतियों का सफर. Here the context is Sri Upendra Prasad Singh, Ministry of Textiles inaugurated an internal exhibition on folk and tribal art paintings. The name of that is रीतियों से कलाकृतियों का सफर. This is conducted at the National Crafts Museum and Hastakala Academy. Now here what they are going to display. They are going to display 125 folk and tribal paintings of 7 countries. It is not just to display the paintings within India or from India. They are displaying the paintings from different countries. What are the 7 countries? India, South Korea, Indonesia, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal. Okay, so these are the countries. You can observe here, not just our neighboring nations, we have even displayed South Korean and South Korea, Indonesia. These are not that neighboring nations to us. Still, we have displayed there also. Next, if you see here, what is there in the display? If you see, the display has been branched in the village theme. Okay, the theme of this display is village theme, and here they have displayed in different categories like geography, ceremonial, nature, folk tales. It means they are not just displaying in a particular category. Different categories are being displayed here, like geography, ceremonial, nature, folk tales, society, religion. These are different categories in which the paintings are displayed. Here, the artworks have been preserved in the museum collection with an inspiration for the present and future artist. Is going to inspire the present artist and even the future artist. Okay, thank you.